Hello everyone, my name's Alumi and welcome to Cypher's Agent Lore Deep Dive. To start out, Cypher was the 5th agent to join the Valorant Protocol. His real name is Amir El Amari and he's an information broker from Morocco. His hometown is Rabat, which is actually where the map Bind is. He is incredibly smart and uses his surveillance skills and network to control the flow of information, either to his advantage or to the disadvantage of others. He prides himself on his ability to find information no one else can, while also being able to bury info he doesn't want anyone else to see. We see this implemented in his own life as he wears a mask constantly to prevent others from knowing his true identity, even those in the Valorant Protocol who he trusts with his life on the battlefield. He has his own secrets he needs to keep a tight lid on, and goes to lengths most others wouldn't. As a result, his anonymity is extremely valuable to him, so there's a lot we have yet to uncover. We do know that he has definitely made a name for himself in his abilities and work as an information broker, and he takes a lot of pride in it. He is often in the know about the events that have happened in other agents' lives before Valorant. However, he tends to keep these things secret until it's the right time to share them, or he's been paid the right price.
Omen, I have the information you asked for. But my price? My price hasn't been paid yet.
We even saw this when ISO joined Valorant. Cypher knew that ISO was harboring ulterior motives to take out Omen as someone he was contracted to kill. But Cypher was also aware enough to know when to let the situation play out and when to step in. And he was right on the money, as ISO didn't kill Omen, but instead fully joined the VP as a true member who worked to take down his bosses who had ordered the hit on Omen, called the Scions of Hourglass. Within Valorant, Cypher works on surveillance and security, but given some of the team's lack of technological ability, he has his work cut out for him.
Now, Brimstone, don't ask me how I know, but an alarming number of agents still use 1234 as their password. This is not acceptable. I suggest we run my data security course again. I shortened it by 12 slides following your rather pointed feedback. Say the word, I'll see it done.
Overall, Cypher's abilities are top-notch. However, his passion for his work can at times lead to some slight conflict with other agents in the VP, like Killjoy, who complains saying,
Cypher, my condenser cables are missing from the lab again. Put them back, please. Thank you.
Little engineer, I borrowed one of your transmitters for my camera. I'll pay you back. Probably.
and Breach.
Cypher, stop bugging my gear with microphones. You're worse than Interpol.
Breach. I took a servo from your arms for my tripwire. Don't be angry. Breach.
Aside from those little things, Cypher gets along well with others in the VP. Remember when I said that Cypher goes to extreme lengths to protect his anonymity and keep his secrets safe? Well, it seems that a large part of that has to do with his past and is clouded in a lot of mystery, darkness, and sadness. He has a wife named Nora, and together they had a child. He loves his family so much, but unfortunately, he has lost them.
I must survive to protect my family. I can't lose them. I can't feel that pain again.
Some have taken this to mean that he is just unable to see them at all right now, and some believe that they are dead. We don't have confirmation one way or another, so I'm going to explain both views on the matter. Let me know which one you think is correct. To start, let's look at why we think his family might be alive right now. In Fade's dossier on Cypher, she says, "And your face. You've considered revealing it to those closest to you, but no, too risky. The mask stays on. Because what's another year without Nora seeing your eyes, or sharing a smile with your little one?" Fade saying what's another year implies that they are still alive and he just can't see them right now. Perhaps something happened with his job and surveillance, and so to keep them safe, he refuses to see them. They're safer that way. One of his voice lines when he is a defender is,
These imposters threaten everything. Nora, ما نقدرش نخليهم يخسروا الغزالة ديالي.
That translates to, "Nora, I can't let them destroy my little darling," which seems like he is working to keep them safe so that they don't die. However, we also get lines that make it seem like his family is dead. He asks Sage,
So, Sage, you can bring people back from the dead? Anyone? No constraints? Interesting.
This seems to point to him maybe wanting Sage to res someone. Another is when Sage reses Cypher, he says,
For a moment, I saw them.
Some have taken this to mean that while he was dead, he saw his family members again. Others see it as his life flashed before his eyes, and that's how he saw them. Another ambiguous line is when he ends the round on low health, he says,
Nora, I will see you again.
does that mean that as he's low on health, he thinks he will die soon and thus be able to reunite with his family again? Or is it that he will survive long enough to be able to see her face again? Ultimately, we don't know one way or another. But which way do you lean on Cypher's family? Or what other theories do you have? The lore community considers Cypher's family to be like Schrodinger's cat. If you haven't heard of this, it's a thought experiment crafted by someone named Erwin Schrödinger, in which a hypothetical cat is put in a box with a vial of fatal poison that will randomly be broken and cause the cat to die. However, since the vial breaking will happen at a random moment in time, you do not know without looking in the box if the cat is alive or dead. Schrödinger's assumption was that therefore the cat is both dead and alive at the same time until you actually look in the box. So the lore community considers Cypher's family in a similar way, seemingly both alive and dead at the same time, even though only one possibility is correct. As for how his family became lost, we don't really know, but I would guess that has something to do with his line of work and the risks it imposed on his family. Knowing secrets about others may have caused his own family to be threatened. It also appears that in his past he was not just someone who handled information, but he also took next steps in silencing people as well.
Now remember, wipe the prints from your guns. It's just good crime scene etiquette. You forget, I've always been a killer.
This may have caused even more people to have it out for him. There's just so much mystery with Cypher, so if anyone on the Valorant lore team wants to start up a Cypher lore arc, I would be so excited. As for Cypher's hobbies, he is very good at chess, and has taught Phoenix some chess strategy, as we saw in the warm-up cinematic, as well as his line between the two.
Remember, fam, winning takes sacrifice. Right, Cypher? Sacrifice? Like chess? Our chess game? Oh, come on, I know you got it.
Cypher also really enjoys tea, as he's a part of Morocco's tea drinking culture, as we saw in his Home Again card where he's back in Morocco sipping on some tea, as well as his frustrated voicemail to Brimstone.
Brimstone, we're out of those little coffee pod things in the common room. I don't use them, but when they're gone, everyone starts drinking my tea. And please understand, it's very expensive tea. Thank you.
It sounds like his tea preferences are definitely on the pricier side. Cypher also enjoys playing cards, and with his mask, he probably has the best poker face.
Brim, card game tonight. So far, it's the usual group, plus Astra and Sage. Oh, and apparently Omen wants to watch. Just go with it. If you're in, let me know.
It seems Cypher has some kind of history with gambling and casinos based on these lines.
You forget, I always play high stakes. Don't worry, the house always wins.
So, what do you all think of Cypher? Let me know in the comments, as well as which agents you would like to see a deep dive of next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless. Bye!